Now I kind of see like cotton candy, candy floss and clouds and comfort. Developing a world that becomes more vibrant and whole.
Yeah. Okay. How do you feel about putting your hands in? Would you like to have a go?
Yeah, I'm kind of, but it's the same feel. Just like golf.
Why did you expect it to?
I don't know, maybe that was the colour blue.
What I did is I put it in the holder, you know, you've got a holder, and in case we need to wash them.
Okay,
The patterns and shapes seem to
Fresh one.
so the water is persuading you how the
yeah, to a degree. In the initial splash or rustle,
Right, Jenny, come on.
Yeah, I experienced a feeling of openness, expansion, and actually, I suppose a kind of willingness, really willingness to want to dive, dive quite deep. Whether I did or whether I didn't, I couldn't answer that, but yeah, that's what I felt.
Right. Thank you.
So for me, this brings together two things. One is this the mystery and beauty of water, which I feel very connected to, and the genius of play.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jane's said, I think the sharing and the warmth, but particularly the delight in the genius of play, that real fun and I look forward to seeing that in the children, but it's nice to see that in the adults too.
Okay. Thank you, Susie.
I think I love water, so I think it's fascinating to see how it can work in a therapeutic way on a deeper level, because I know how it works for myself. So it's nice to see it in a different form and a different model. I hope to take it back with me.
Okay, thank you.
Can I say? I mean, people have mostly said quite a lot of, yeah, I love water, and it's really nice to work, finding ways to work with water differently, and yeah, water's water is nice, but yeah, the playfulness it can bring, and yeah, the openness as well that working with water brings.
Thank you. Zumi.
I felt the sense of touch of water really brings something from deep place. So it's lots of possibility water can bring us. Thank you.
You find it different than sun therapy?
Yes, very different.
Very different.
Yeah, touch is very different. That's why sand also represent of water, but the touch is different. Water is more, how to say, deep.
Right. Thank you.
I found a comforting openness and willingness to participate. So on a personal level, it was quite rewarding, and also then professionally, if I use this with my clients as well. So it's really resonated with me in therapeutic play with the water. Thank you for that.
I had the book, and I couldn't quite. I kept dipping in and out of it, but I needed to experience it in order to make more sense of the book. So I'm really looking forward to going back to reading the book now, because it's got something to do it. And I always enjoy experiential workshops and just meeting different people at such a soul level, really. And I loved all the in and outs of the water. It was good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. So I'll tell you a little bit more about how I arrived to this workshop. We just completed 2 days of working with the water play therapy. And I came across it on Facebook actually when I read a post that Yale posted a few months ago, and it was a case study of how work with a child using the water tray and water box. And Yale described a situation where water were used with color and toys, and she described kind of a healing process of the child using this play therapy technique. So I was curious and I wrote to her, and very quickly I signed on the course, which is 2 days here in the north of Israel. During the course we discovered the water element through myth and stories, and we began to understand what's the meaning of water to each one of us, and through that the potential of water as a healing property and the play in water. For the last 2 days we kind of covered a lot of theories, and Yael told us how she developed this technique and how the story behind how she came across it in the first place and how she developed it over the years in her clinic. We also looked at our own relationship to water, what it means to each one of us, and we, after talking a bit about it, we actually dipped our hands into water and discovered the magic of water and color, and obviously the effect of colored water in our hands. And that took us to understanding the power of using paint, water and toys, and actually creating a scene for our fantasy to be unfold. And once our fantasies unfold, then we began to actually work with issues that may arose out of the process. And that's what we did. We took it to a full-blown simulation where we had a therapist. One of us was a therapist, one of us was a client, and we took a situation from a therapy room, and we actually discovered ways of working and implementing this technique in a real setting. That was an amazing experience. I would definitely use this technique. I just got my first water box with me.
Wow.
And I will try it definitely after the holidays. I work in schools, and I can see the potential for kids that can really benefit every now and again to move out of painting and drawing or sculpting into actually playing with water and creating sceneries, whether it's fantasy or reality, but creating some form of story, a narrative that has a lot of therapeutic potential within that. So I'll definitely use it, and definitely recommend other therapists to come and take part in this workshop, which will happen again very shortly.
Now, I think it's useful.
It is very useful. From what I've discovered this week, we saw some clips of how therapists did it in action. We did it ourselves here, and I'm very eager to try it myself. I can already imagine the kids that I'm working with, how they would respond to that. It's definitely going to become one of my practical tools I'm going to be used alongside visual art.
Wow. Thank you, Nevo.
Thank you.